How did you feel about the training the last time we got together? And is there any other like direction or thing you want me to focus on? Because I remember we skipped out on like the defense against like weapons and shit. And all I meant by that was basically when I say weapons, I mean like someone's fucking protest sign or some bullshit like that, you know?
Yeah. And my only concern with the weapons is that if you do that in a public park, it looks odd. You know what I mean?
True.
Versus like sparring.
True. Yeah, we still have people's attention, but yeah, true.
Yeah, definitely. It's just when you bring weapons, it looks a little stranger, I think.
Oh no,
Not like no. I don't mean like bringing weapons, but like practicing with like
Oh.
balls or something.
Yeah. No, it would. No, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing too, the park that me and Paul met up at recently has got this little back corner that's literally completely empty. That has almost no line of sight to any of like the street and everything like that. That would be an excellent location to train in. And I'm gonna try and talk to him about getting that done next time we meet up or whatever. He trained his ass off last time, and we went for an hour and a half, like straight, you know. And so, yeah. So motivation is definitely there. It's just like you said, we're in pockets, kind of spread out, and then we got to figure out the actives versus inactives, because again, Paul being the close person next to me, you know, he and I are speaking more about training. I'm sure somebody else was down here too. They'd be in the circle, you know. But it's just a matter of like I feel like we're one big team with a lot of different micro groups, you know.
Yeah, and that's sort of the goal, though. You know, I would like to work on localization a little.
Well,
Like getting
yeah.
guys within the area, meeting up with other guys within the area.
Yeah.
Rather than having everyone to travel out.
Oh
And
no,
the big
yeah.
meets are good,
Yeah.
of course, but that's not feasible to do regularly.
No, right. I mean, even on that small local level, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just me and Paul, if we could just get a third guy, I mean, that would be on point. You know, I mean, like that's the thing, and we can keep the group small and spread out. That's not a problem. I just mean like enough people to train within the local area. You know, because I can train Paul, but I can't spar with him at the same time. It's a difficult thing. You know what I'm saying? In that way, conditioning and stuff we can always do.
What was I going to say? Well, yeah, you have the two other guys down there too. So I would try to. Jason is probably going to be a little hard to coax out.
I mean,
Raymond, you could probably get him to come out.
Have you talked to Jason? I mean, as far if he's the same Jason, he's the one that in process to me. How is he not around? Like I don't.
He's around, but personal problems.
Okay, so you're tracking both of them. Okay, him and Charles. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I think Raymond almost came, but we had to reschedule or something like that. But he expressed interest. So yeah, if we can just get.
Yeah, Raymond has a weird work schedule, but he'll come out when he can.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean the important thing is the motivation is there, you know, and that's a big deal, you know. I mean that's a bigger deal than people understand. I don't think anybody's really. I think everyone's, you know, justifiably, you know, we're justifiably cautious, but no one's being shy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, which is a balance that we need to figure out. But I think right now, you know, from my perspective, it seems fairly decent balance. You know, I go off on tangents sometimes, but besides that, everyone else seems stable.
Yeah, that's cool.
Freaking A.
I don't know what's up with Tom. I can hang around for a little while, but
Yeah.
I can't set aside a whole another hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't sure if we were getting pulled in here to get yelled at or to be directed. I'm not sure what was going on.
I don't think so. That's not the impression I got, at least.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was.
Okay, so we can go over other things. One thing that I want to get going.
Yeah,
Just give me 1 second, sorry.
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So my idea, sort of for the next phase of activism, is I want to hit specific companies with banner drops in short periods of time.
Okay, yeah.
Like for example, we would hit down in San Jose or Campbell or whatever. We would find 3 spots, like 3 overpasses or wherever to do
Right.
drops, and just try to get those done as quickly as possible. Like 3 in a week, or even 3 in a day, or 2 days.
That's a really good point. I mean, one thing we could even expand that, you know, to a larger scale and have people coordinating, like for example, the northern, you know, portion, the southern portion, the central portion, all do the Baron drops in their city at the same exact time. That would get some fucking news, for sure.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
It's because you can ignore one.
Yeah, but if we drop 9 in one day, that you can't ignore that.
Yeah, especially in like a like one specific area. So like if people are seeing multiple, like if one person sees more than one, it's much more likely they'll talk about it.
Right. Well, and also again, fucking I would love to fucking just throw. It'd be the best. That my fucking dream target, that fucking bridge that leads over the Berkeley campus, the fucking overpass. That would be some shit, man. Oh my god. Yeah, that would be fun. So I mean, I think also too. I mean, there's not. I think there's no reason to not there's no reason to not drill the banner drops in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like sequencing, so we can just get it down fast as fuck. And drop it, get out, then go to the next one. I mean.
Yeah, that's sort of something we just do in person though.
Oh, so you do like dry runs and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We always make sure to have 2 to 3 people who have done it before.
Gotcha.
Because they're real simple. Take like max 5 minutes to do.
Right.
I think the ones we did in Sacramento and Oakland, well, Sacramento was a little longer because we had a long walk-in, but the actual drop itself took like 2 minutes.
Yeah, here's a crazy thought, maybe, and again, let's for example, let's say me and Paul and whoever else is down here, we pick the 3 sites and stuff like that we want to hit, and at each one we can leave. And I don't know what the laws would be regulating this, but maybe like the fucking, what are they called? The flares for the road when your car gets fucked up. They're in all the videos. What are they fucking called? Just flares, right? What are they?
Yeah, just flares.
Yeah, and we could leave like 1 or 2 of those on, not necessarily like not fucking like anywhere dangerous, but just up there so it's lighting it, which would force someone to call the police, or not the police, but at least the fire department, which would force a scene, which would force viewing. I mean.
Yeah, that'd be good at night, especially.
Yeah, and
during the day, I think if we get our hands on some like like blue smoke bombs, blue and red.
Nice. Yeah, that would work. That would work. Yeah, and at nighttime at nighttime that would make quite the impression, I think. I mean, just visually, I'm thinking about it, and like, yeah, I mean, that'd be something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, shit, we just almost had a whole meeting without Thomas here. Yeah. Freaking A, man. But yeah, I mean, if we could just get 3 or 4 guys, and Paul's super motivated, man. I mean, he's on it. But yeah, just 3 or 4 guys per location that are willing to actually like run the training. Because the way I'm training Paul is so he can help me teach the next class, basically. Because it's hard to train. It's harder for one person to train 5 guys. So it'll be basically like a teacher assistant type thing or whatever. And again, too, it was really just a cool thing to see. Travis go from a shy, not knowing shit, whatever, to just going balls out. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking swinging, even if he got caught. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what tells you about the personality and shit, man. I mean, that's a big deal. And so the more we foster that, I think the more confidence that each member will get. In their skill set and also in the group. You know what I'm saying? Because again, too, I mean, I've been pretty open about like, look, if we get, if we're going to have a group or whatever, like rally, stuff like that, I'm looking to the left and right, making sure it's one of you motherfuckers next to me, not somebody that I don't know or that hasn't been trained. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's important for everyone that everyone knows the defensive stuff, especially, and then also just the coherence of staying together and also the unpredictability of where you might get bumped into or trip up in a big, matchup type situation, regardless of who starts it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
definitely.
Yeah, but I almost wish California would shrink or something like that, or we didn't invent teleporters. That'd be really easy, but it's really hard to get together to train and shit. But
last few months have been the most explosive growth I think this area has seen. So
as far as quality goes,
I'm looking for. I would suspect we're gonna have more soon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna send that video to my buddy or whatever, and see what he thinks about it. And yeah, I mean, just recruiting quality guys. I mean, yeah, from everyone I've met, I mean, they seem solid, and the ones that aren't quite there yet, like Travis and stuff like that, they're trying their asses off to be there. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, man. I mean, before you came along, I mean, we went on a fucking hike or whatever, the state hike, and like guys were like, they were incapable of like following a packing list. They were dropping out, like they were just like not. It was just a mess. It was a fucking mess, and it's not that way anymore. You know, which I'm fucking so very glad about. You know, so yeah, it's definitely changed since you've come along, which is really good. I mean, everyone I've met's been quality so far, 100%. I mean, and yeah, and you just put my nerves to rest about Jason and Charles, because I was getting a little bit concerned about that shit, not seeing them active at all.
Yeah, no, they're cool. Jason was at the demonstration in SF as well.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah, so he's definitely active.
Josh
was probably the other guy you met.
Yeah. He was the guy that did sport boxing, right? Or which one was that at the when we did the training meetup, or which one?
Oh no, I mean previously.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He would have been on that date high with you.
Yeah. I believe he. Yeah, I believe he was.
He was he was one of the original California guys.
Yeah, well, where there's one of the picture of all of the leadership and all the guys together in one photo.
Thomas just logged off.
He just logged off.
Yeah, hold on. Let me send him a message.
No worries. We've already had a full fucking debrief.
Yes, I'll give him.
What's that?
10, 15 minutes.
Oh,
if he's not in by then, I sort of gotta bail.
Okay. Sounds good.
What were you saying?
No, I mean, yeah, I kind of feel a bit redundant here, because like a lot of like I'll make something, I'll make this shit, like for example spreadsheets, and you're like, oh no, I already do this one. I'm like, hey.
What's up, Thomas?
Hello. Hey, what's up, T?
What have we been talking
A little bit quiet on mine. I can't quite hear you.
about? What have we been talking about?
You want to take that, Henry?
Yeah, honestly, you're real muffled for me too.
Okay. How about now? What have we been talking about?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that worked.
Gabriel, you think when you're not talking?
Yeah, we've just been going over
Hold on.
how we see the network going. Talking about motivations of different particular members. Oh, sorry.
Gabriel, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I don't have to blue mic you, so you can talk when you want to.
Oh yeah.
Mute your mic when you are not talking.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, we kind of went over the.
I don't want to have him blue mic, so he can't speak up if he wants to. Because I'll for sure. Gabe.
Yeah. Is it my turn to talk? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I can't hear nothing. I'm lost here. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Hello? What the hell? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, on. Okay, I'm muting myself.
Yep, there you go. Boom, done.
There you go. All right.
Alright, so go ahead, Henry.
Okay, so what we were talking about. We were just going over a few members that Gabe had some concerns about regarding their activity levels. We were talking about future banner drop possibilities and how we want to coordinate that. Trying to get guys to come out for local training opportunities rather than making them network-wide events, because those are difficult to sort of set up logistically, and we think we have enough people to where different counties can get together without having to drive an hour or two to meet up with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And just going over what type of activism would be effective, which would not. Just going over logistical things as well.
Okay. So did Gabriel talk about some of the suggestions that he had and whatnot? Have there been issues with the 10 guys together or responsiveness in the
Yeah, that's something else I was going to bring up too. I'll bring it up now. It doesn't really matter if Gabe's in here. Yeah, I have a list of guys who activity levels are just not up to snuff and haven't been for quite a while. Okay. I don't know if that's something you want to go over now or separately, but yeah, there's a few guys who aren't really coming out, even with being reached out to.
Okay. Let's just go over like an overview. Why do you think that is, and like who, what do you think are?
You cut out, but I think I got most of that. A majority of the guys are just people who've been in the organization for a while. Like, they were all in before I got in, and I think it just seems like guys have either just grown complacent with inactivity or have personal problems that have prohibited them from being able to get out.
I just not heard you. Do you mind repeating yourself a little bit?
Okay, sure. A majority of the guys who are inactive, I would say, are older members who were in before I got in, who either just seem to fall into complacency with inactivity or just have personal problems that arise that inhibit them from getting out. I might have lost them again.
I'm still muted, I think. Oh, did he drop? Did we lose him?
Yeah, we lost them.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'm going to say it again real quick. I think a majority of the guys who are inactive, they're just older members who were in before I got in, who I think have either just fallen into complacency with inactivity or have had personal problems arise that just inhibit them from getting out. But on the plus side, all the new guys we've gotten have been the opposite. I think, yeah, all the new guys. Yeah.
Well, can I interrupt real fast, H? Sorry, just one thing that we talked about, I think that was really important, was discussing the multi-banner drops within small time frames and hitting the whole, different counties in the state all at once, and like 3 or 4 banner drops, so that has to be noticed and has to be on the news. You had a really good plan about that we spoke about before Thomas hopped in.
So when it comes to the guys who've been around for a long time, it doesn't matter if they've been around for a week, a month, or even 2 years more than you have. Henry, seniority in the organization does not count for anything. What counts is activity and your compliance with the guides and your ability to take initiative, right? We've had to make a lot of decisions like walk on eggshells around guys who've been around longer than them. Longer. Let me tell you right now, seniority means nothing. Seniority bears no weight in terms of status or position. We're not, there's no tenure activist and Patriot Front. If you're not up to snuff, if you're not able to contribute, and you don't have good reasons, and you're just being complacent and lazy, whether it's after 2 months, right? So I think what we could do is, for me, give me a profile to our just give me a profile list of all the guys, their activity levels, and the guys who do not have sufficient or acceptable activity levels. Let's try to find out what that is, right? And then we should have a network meeting with all the guys, and we should specifically call them out in front of everybody and say, hey, you haven't been active, we're trying to get to the bottom of it with everybody here. Why, we have other guys who are contributing really hard, what's the deal? Go through with anybody, have them explain it, ask questions, and then we can go over a list of things to do every time, every time, you need to do a new event. What you should be doing is a big call with everybody and go down the list and specifically call them out in front of everybody else. You have 10 guys there, they call, and you'll go down the list, you'll say, Carter, can you go to the event on October 9th through 11th, And he'll say, oh, I don't know, I got to study. And all right, cool, you'll bring your study materials in the car, it's a long drive, you'll have plenty of time, we'll make sure it's quiet, you can wear some...
Hell yes, that's the attitude. Yes, sorry I didn't bring it up, but hell yes to that.
Hold on, Gabriel.
Sorry.
So you can do that. Or someone says, oh, I have to meet with my grandma that day. Okay, James, you're going to meet with your grandma on Saturday, but why not push it to Thursday? Can you text her tonight? Say, hey, can we meet on Thursday? It's going to be really busy Saturday. Can you do things? And have everybody there listen and say, oh, no, I can't text my grandma. People aren't going to say that. They're going to say, okay, I'll give it a shot, right? That's a good way to attract attendance. Always, really harass people about it. It's, being a director, which, is going to happen, by the way, Henry, I'll make that announcement tonight, is being annoying, a better term. You need to pester, you need to be pervasive, you need to not take no for an answer. It sucks that you have to do that, but, And those two examples I just gave were things that I've gotten people from go to a no to a yes. It's really easy for someone to say no to attending a message about them or put a message in the server. They respond, or they can say no, I don't think so. But if you really grind your elbow into them during a moment, of course, if someone gives a good no, I asked my boss, I did everything I can. Oh man, I'm so upset. That's like, okay, I'm sorry. Or a guy has something important like a wedding, funeral, birth, like that. You get the idea. But yes, really correct, the stuff we should be doing. So I would do that. We can make a list of other things like that. So I think right now what you is because Gabriel's kind of been pretty active since your trip. So I'll make that announcement tonight once I'm done with a few other things. So I'll hop off, but next time we talk and we can schedule that, I would like to talk with the whole network. So find a time to schedule that, and we can get a little dossier, just a little quick sentence or two summary of every network member's activity level and lately, and we can go through and just get an idea of where everybody's at and what people's skill levels are and who can help out with other things, etc., etc. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. We scheduled a meeting for Saturday night, so that'll be good.
Good copy.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, take it easy. All right, right on.
All right. I didn't mean
I
to.
actually got to hop off, too.
Okay. All right,
I
brother.
wasn't expecting him to take that long to get on. So,
All right. We'll catch up later.
okay, yeah, for sure.
All right. Take
it
care.
easy.
Peace.